Guys, Sean, less lethal for dummies. Today we're gonna test the power barrel from Mercy Less Lethal and DK Custom Kinetics in my VKS. So this is designed specifically for the VKS. It will not fit an FSC. Mind you, I don't know. Could it be modified to fit? Yeah, maybe, but VKS. That's what it's made for. It is 12 inches overall, end to end. But I don't count this 1-inch breech port here as control bore. So I measure from here to here, and that is 11 inches. It is a smooth bore with a nice mirror finish by a very reputable manufacturer that makes other barrels, which I do believe is Lapco. It has a standard Lapco 7/8 thread on there. If it'll focus. There we go. So you can use all your standard flash hiders, mock suppressors, yeah. Pretty much anything that's Lapco will fit on this barrel. Comparing it to the standard VKS barrel, well, let's take the flash hider off because that thing is god awful long. This is 13 and 3/4? 12 and 3/4. Better bust out the trusty tape. 12 and 3/4 inches long, but overall, less the 1-inch breech port. So this is 11 3/4 inches. Side by side, I mean, there's 3/4 of an inch difference essentially. Big benefit though is having the proper 7/8 thread on here where you can properly secure attachments as opposed to threading them onto your VKS thread, which is old Tiberius type, which is 7/8 20, but it just doesn't lock in there and things tend to vibrate loose, especially at LL levels. In the grand scheme of things, it's only a little bit longer, but when it's installed on the marker, geez, every little bit helps. And I mean, the main difference here is the factory VKS barrel is rifled, and I shoot mainly round ball. So I would prefer the smooth bore any day over it. And it is a little bit tighter. This is 6.85, which much better suits Canaraibo, which has actual bore of 6.82. Grimberg Jewel, which is 6.83.5 to 6.84. So it fits very well in here, and it's round and smooth, and HP68, which I am really want to try because these measure 6.84 to 6.84 6.84 to 6.845, and the little bit fatter part is just this kind of skirting here where it flares. But they do fit very well. And actually, when I had my hand on there, you couldn't detect it, but it actually creates a bit of a vacuum. So they fit very well in the power barrel. So we're going to test it out. Metal detents. I paid for this barrel with my own money. Wasn't given to me. I better take the magnet in there. Most of the stuff I test, guys, I pay for with my own money. So I try to be unbiased. And honestly, I like this barrel. It's shorter. It has the appropriate thread. But how does it shoot is what you guys really came for. Bottle output pressure. No secrets here. Yep. This is the right one. I don't know what I was looking at. Pepperball. That's what I was actually looking for. $800 PSI. And this bottle, it's a little cooler today. I see this bottle, like I said, they vary from 825 to 800. I mean, based on how full it is. And ambient temperature, believe it or not, does affect HPA, just not like it does CO2. So there are going to be some variances, but not like a CO2 swing. Like we're talking the 25 PSI. So let's go shooting. I'll load up some projectiles and away we go. Let's go, we'll do the Canada rye balls last, so the heavies last. I'm gonna do 3 Canada rye balls. I'm gonna go 3 joules, so these are 8 grams. And then we're going HP 68. Oh, that's a nasty looking one there. Well, it's not nasty, but got a little chip in it. Probably ready to come apart. So let's grab another one. These HPs are fairly old for me. They were probably some of the first rounds I bought. But still holding together, except for a couple that I got chips in them like that. So, HPs. And yeah, let's shoot. HP 68, 7.8 gram. 376. They are humming. 388. $382. Joule V2 8 gram are next. $358. And we are probably about 1700 PSI left. $360. Again, we didn't start with a full bottle. One more joule in there. $360. Canada rye balls, 9.9 gram. $320. So that's, yeah, I think I'm very familiar with the Canada rye balls because I shoot them all the time. That's like 47 joules about. That one fell. Tank is 1500, so should still maintain. 312. Must be dying off. Well, there you have it. Testing the power barrel. It does quite well. I think I'm happy with it. It's an inch shorter, it's smooth bore, and I'm a round ball guy. This VKS, remember, is bypass, which strangely enough, the VKS responded differently bypassed than my FSC. If you watch enough of my videos, I mean, you would know. I'm completely aware of it. But at the same time, I'm still quite happy running this regulator with nothing inside it. I mean, nothing can go wrong. No springs get weak. La da 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 da. Remember, I'm just running 800 psi. I'm not running 900 or 1000 psi. If I did, those numbers would be a lot higher. And I'm quite content with that. Always gonna hurt my feelings saying that I'm doing something wrong. No, I'm not actually. I'm doing perfectly fine. So now I'll move on and finish my build, probably using, well, of course I'm using this barrel. Would I recommend it? Yeah, it's a good barrel. It's a quality barrel made by a very reputable manufacturer. And you know what? I'm gonna just pause the video quickly. I'm gonna grab a mock suppressor. We're gonna throw it on there and see. What did I shoot with the HP68? Shit, I'll just throw one on. Hang tight. All right, we're back. I got 5 HP68 there. Because my memory's so bad, I think it was like 382 or 388 or I don't know. I'll shoot off 2. With no, well, power barrel as it comes assembled. So, and then I'm gonna throw on a mock suppressor here. And just see if it increases our power any. HP68, 7.8-ish. 386. 390. All right. Okay, so what I have here is a first strike aux suppressor. This is the solid one, obviously, with no holes or anything like that. So 390 was our sort of top number with the HP68. Let's see. You can see there, threads on beautifully. Obviously now I'm making my barrel longer, which kind of defeats the purpose, but I love having the threaded end. It just opens doors to other avenues. All right, HP68 mock suppressor, power barrel. 384. 380. It's such a strange phenomena. There you go, Angry Cruiser. Normally these adding a mock suppressor actually adds FPS. In this case, it did not. And I was totally expecting something different. I'm at 2000 PSI. Just gonna put it back to stock with the little thread protector on the end. What do we got left in here? Just one. Let me grab another one. Yeah, it's good. 3 more. I know you guys, just when you thought the video was over, and I started talking more and came up with another idea. All right, so same tank. See what it does. No box suppressor. Yeah, so weird. One more. Well, I'll be a monkey's uncle. For whatever reason, this isn't adding any feet per second. Now, an M17 would, I'm almost 100% positive. I had another 5 inches, I think these are, onto any barrel I have with the M17. It is actually going to increase FPS, which leads me to believe that actually this particular barrel, and probably even the factory VKS barrel, is the maximized length for the amount of charge air that this chamber holds. Now that on this output, now I think I'm gonna have to say that for another video because this is already dragging on. I'm wondering if I send 1,000 into this, will the barrel show an increase with the mock suppressor? And I think that it just might. But why don't I just try now? Really? Do I even have 1,000 tank pumped here? Might have to heavily edit this video just to make it a little bit shorter. I know lots of people lose interest after like the first 7 minutes. No, this tank's not pumped. This says only 1,000 in it. Okay guys, that is it for this video. I would really like to get to the bottom of that. It's either chamber volume or output pressure that's limited the increase with the mock suppressor, but either way, power barrel works good. Currently, I think it's a maximized length for this particular setup. Going longer seems pointless. All right, let's break for another video. You guys didn't think I'd leave you hanging. Okay, 1,000 PSI. Unconventional with my GOG on here, but couldn't get it off because there was still 1,000 PSI in this bus. I don't even know if this will work actually. There you can see, obviously, you would never run it like that. That's a little bit stupid. So let's see. Actually, let's see what happens. So my charge handle is in the off position. Will it just vent? No. It actually charged just this area here. So, all right. Worked as factory, obviously, with a redundant on-off, but interesting anyways. All right, 1,000 PSI, HP 68. I'll fire 2 and then we'll throw in the mock and see if anything changes. Oh, you know what, guys? And see, this is the thing. I'm on the factory heat core O-ring. I mentioned that in a little kind of a side video after I'd originally done the testing on this, and I still am using it, which is very strange. And I decided that I just keep running it until it fails. Obviously, the Vulcan O-rings are definitely a better replacement, and it's probably just better to replace it in the first case. But yeah, it's holding up. Did they change their O-rings? Maybe they changed their O-rings. I don't know. But it's just something of note. So what do you say? 434. HP 68. 434 again. Dead nuts consistency is what I like to see like that. Let's put on the mock suppressor. This should curb it. To see, is it chamber volume or is it output pressure? I mean, it could be both actually, but this would narrow it down anyways. All right, 434 is the number to beat. Power barrel with a mock suppressor, 1000 PSI. Oh, 432. Cuckoo, where did it go? There you go. They don't normally bounce back, and I bet you fucking made a hole. Oops, pardon my language. Made a hole in my Kevlar. Yeah. I'm aiming for the doubles. It hit the back of the trap actually. $430, yeah, those are bouncing back. All right, well. Oh, come here. There you have it, guys. The chamber is essentially maximized at this barrel length and pretty close to, I mean, the VKS barrel in its factory form. I would also agree they probably did their homework and it was maximized, although I'm not a fan of the rifling because I shoot round ball and such, but yeah, interesting. Another one to take into consideration. So stay tuned for more. I will be trying something a little out there with my VKS now that I have some additional spare parts that I didn't plan on buying. Long story short, when you disassemble your marker, make sure your charging handle isn't latched. Otherwise, it's going to damage your ASA, it's going to damage your charge handle, and that's the short of it. Operator error, less lethal for dummies. See ya on the next one.